Exactly.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Can the Republicans keep Donald Trump shut up long enough to win the midterms like they need to win?
Yes.
Can they keep him
No
bottled
way.
up?
No.
What
Are you saying to win the midterms?
No, they're going to win the midterms.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
The only thing that's going to rally the left to come back out is Orange Man. Everything that's happened is Orange Man bad.
Of course.
Everything over the last 6 years that's happened in this
The
country.
only reason Joe
has been
Biden's the president is 'cause of the Orange Man.
A brain drain on
Well,
Orange Man.
let me read that since you're
Stop.
saying
Keep
that.
coming,
let,
Pat.
let
Keep
me
coming.
let me read that since you're saying that because this takes it to a story that came out with Trump and McConnell, right? Let's go into that story because it's appropriate with what you just said. 52% of Republicans disapprove of Mitch McConnell. As Trump ramps up his pressure campaign to topple people, this is an insider story. A new Gallup poll found that 52% of Republicans disapproved the job of Mitch McConnell was doing as Senate Majority Leader as former President Donald Trump continued to call for the Kentucky Republican ouster. Meanwhile, 46% of Republicans said they approved of McConnell, a dismal approval rating in comparison to 71% approval rating by the same group for his counterpart in the other chamber, House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy frequently referred McConnell as the old crow. Trump has criticized the Kentucky Republican for not sufficiently indulging his claim of a stolen 2020 election, for helping to pass a bipartisan infrastructure bill, and for cutting deals with Democrats to raise the debt ceiling. He continues to say, you're asking a question, is he going to stay out of it or not? Trump says he'll endorse Alaskan Governor Mike Dunleavy for re-election as long as Dunleavy doesn't back GOP Senator Lisa Murkowski's re-election campaign. Former President Trump praised the Governor Dunleavy that's running complete and total endorsement. This endorsement is subject to his non-endorsement of Senator Lisa Murkowski, who has been very bad for Alaska, including losing Anwar, perhaps the most important drilling site in the world, and much else. Murkowski was one of the 7 GOP senators who voted to convict Trump in his February impeachment trial. Should Dunleavy fail to meet the conditions, Trump endorsement would be null and void and of no further force or effect, the former president said. So what does this mean? Story came out yesterday saying if Trump, Lindsey Graham said, if Trump wants to be the nominee, he can just say today and he's a nominee. Lindsey Graham quoted yesterday saying if Trump wants to just come out and say he's going to be the nominee, he's already Republican.
Well, nobody's shocked that, to use Gerard's term, Lindsey Graham is gargling on Trump's Orange Man.
No, I don't think that was gargling. I think he's making a clear point.
But the point is, listen, you guys are infatuated with this gargling stuff. I don't know what's going on with you guys.
We just want our breath to smell
guys,
good. That's all it is.
What are you doing
right,
for
G?
New Year's Eve? Go have some fun for New Year's Eve.
I'll be at the
Holy
Soho House.
frickin' moly. Soho House is a membership and it's expensive.
Yeah,
I don't know if you know that or
bro.
not. I wanted to kind of bring that up. But here's the point. He has so much influence today that he's poking everywhere.
He's a kingmaker.
But he is a kingmaker. But at the same time, he's not sitting on the sidelines. So here's a question. Say Republicans say they want to replace McConnell. Who's another person that could be someone that could give a fight for his money to be that? Because this is about to flip here in a minute.
Senate?
Rand Paul.
Your boy
I would
Ted
say
Cruz.
Rand Paul or
Rand
Ted
Paul,
Cruz.
Ted Cruz.
Rand Paul or Cruz.
Yeah.
They're two of the most hated guys.
No, do not put Rand Paul on Ted Cruz hateability scale.
Well, no, wait a minute.
There's
When I
McConnell
say-
and Ted Cruz on like the least liked people in
Fine.
the world.
I put Rand Paul.
And then Rand Paul is
What I mean, I said by the left. Rand Paul, are you kidding me? Have you seen what he's done to Fauci?
They've
Every single
literally
time there's
tried
a
to kill
hearing?
him
Yeah,
twice.
I don't think
Every
people
sing-
hate Rand Paul as much
speaking
as
of-
Ted
No,
Cruz.
no, I'm saying the left.
Shut up.
I'm
No,
not
I
saying-
agree. I'm saying
Yeah.
they still don't hate Rand Paul as much as Ted Cruz.
Yeah.
Ted Cruz is one of the least
Have you
liked.
ever listened to any of the hearings?
Yes, I have, and
Okay.
with that, nobody likes Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz's parents don't like Ted Cruz.
This is
Ted
exactly.
Cruz's face doesn't like.
This is exactly. You know who hates Ted Cruz? Is Beto O'Rourke hates Ted Cruz.
Yeah.
The
Trump called his wife ugly and disgusting, and he's like, "You got my vote, Trump." I mean, nobody likes Ted Cruz.
Yeah, that was before he had the beard. Now he's tough Ted.
Yeah,
right.
in Cancun.
Look, but this is exactly what I just said AOC is doing. This is bad for American politics. The polarization, working towards the fringes. It used to be you had to win the center to win.
Yes.
Now it's working towards the fringes is where the money and the volunteers are, and again we're just in this constant cycle of this pendulum, this Hegelian dialectic of getting further and further and further away to the edge.
Somebody said Jim Jordan, by the way. What do you think about Jim Jordan? Trey Gowdy.
By the way, Mitch McConnell is
Trey
an
Gowdy,
awful human being.
bring back Trey.
Yeah. Mitch McConnell's horrible.
Mitch
McConnell
sucks.
is awful.
Yeah.
Mitch McConnell is in the Dick Cheney, George Bush. He's a globalist. He is part of this. Again, my issue with the Democratic Party, this modern incarnation of the Democratic Party, we talked about this with Matt Zeller, is they don't give a shit about the American citizen. They are all about their international buddies. They are representing the international community. They are representing global interests, not us. That's my issue with them. And that's my issue with Mitch McConnell as well. Mitch McConnell doesn't give a shit about Kentucky. Mitch McConnell cares about his standing on the worldwide stage. And the more politicians that we have, that we elect, that represent global interests, instead of their constituency, the worse this is going to get.
So if you enjoyed this little short segment from the podcast that we did, here's another short segment to watch. Or if you want to see the entire podcast, click over here. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.